Alexia. I was like, I have this new guy for a teacher. That's so cool. Mr. Terupt was nice. He let us sit in tables, not rows. I was like, no way, are you serious? And like, the best I got to sit with my friend Danielle. There was this new girl in our class, Jessica. She wasn't at our table, but I needed to talk to her. I needed to tell her who she could be friends with. She seemed like she could be pretty cool, even though she carried a book around like a teddy bear. I found her at recess. Outdoor recess is held behind the school. There's a big blacktop area with basketball hoops and hopscotch. There's playground equipment in another spot, and a large field for running around and playing sports, like kickball or football. That's where the gazebo is too, by the edge of the field. I found Jessica sitting alone on the steps of the gazebo. She was reading a book. I was like, what a loser. But I went up to her. Hey, I said. Hi, she said back. You're Jessica, right? Yes. I blew a bubble with my gum and sat down. I'm Alexia, I said. My friends call me Lexi. I found the compact mirror in my purse and checked my rock star purple lip gloss. Then it was like, where'd you come from? We moved from California, the new girl said. I used to live in California too. I started playing with the stones that lay under my feet. It's always been easier for me to lie when I don't have to look at the person's eyes. We moved because, my dad got sick and needed the doctor here. I'm sorry, Jessica said. She started playing with the stones now too. Listen, I said, you're new here, so let me help you out a little. If you want, that is. I snapped my gum. Sure, okay. I stopped playing with the stones and scooted closer to her. Want a piece of gum? No thanks, she said. Of course not. Little Miss Perfect. I put the gum back in my purse. That girl, I said, pointing to Danielle across the playground. You can't miss her. She's the fat one. I laughed, but Jessica didn't. That's Danielle. Watch out for her. She's like somebody you don't want to be friends with. But don't you sit with her in class? I thought you were her friends. I wasn't expecting this. Usually girls just listen and follow along. I blew a bubble and snapped my gum again. Yeah, she used to be cool. But she's always saying stuff about you, calling you Miss Goody Two Shoes and a snotty bookworm. Jessica seemed surprised. Oh, okay, thanks for letting me know, she said. Don't worry, I put my arm around her. Stick with me and I'll, help you out. It'll be great. Then recess ended, and that's how I got the girl war started. Jeffrey. The kids in my class are all right. I have to deal with Alexia again. Plus her feather boas and leopard print clothes and her stupid purse. I wonder what kind of makeup she puts on this year. She's so dumb. She thinks she's a Hollywood star or something. Then there's Luke. I don't mind him. He's just smart and serious about school. And Danielle's in my class. She's fat. And then there's Peter, a wise guy, a total smart aleck. I want to tell Terupt that Peter spent all his time in the bathroom because he was messing around. But Terupt figured it out, even if he was new. He seems smart. I just don't want him trying to figure me out. I'm no good in school. School sucks. Danielle. School wasn't so great. My teacher seemed pretty nice, and he could be funny too, but none of that matters when you don't have friends. Lexi had done stuff to me before. One day she's my friend, the next she's not. I don't even know why. I'm not mean to her. This year was the worst, though. Things started out fine. Then one day after recess, Lexi started ignoring me, pretending I wasn't there. She would talk about things right in front of me and leave me out of the conversation. She started telling her stupid fat jokes. It was horrible. I cried a lot at home. I'm a little heavy, bigger, I guess. I don't like saying I'm fat. I don't know why I am. I watch what I eat and don't have any more than the other girls at lunch. Mom says I'll grow into my body. She's not fat. Neither is my brother Charlie or Grandma or Grandpa or Dad. Grandma says you've got to have some meat in your bones, girl. Yeah, Grandma, I think. So someone like Lexi can tell fat jokes about me. I don't say anything, though. Grandma doesn't get it. Only Mom understands, and I feel a little better when she reassures me that I'll be thin out as I grow. She also tells me that there must be a reason I'm having to deal with this. It's making you a better person, she says, and someday this experience will help you. That's all great, but I wish it could grow into my body now. We live on a farm. My mom grew up there. My grandma and grandpa live in their own house next to ours. They help us run the farm. So my grandma's around a lot, and she wanted to know what was wrong with me. why I was crying. Anytime I mentioned Lexi, she got all mad. I'm going into that school and fix that girl, she'd say. No, Grandma. Why are you all still even friends with her? She doesn't know how to treat people well, especially a friend. It's not her fault, Grandma. It's this new girl's fault, I said, sticking up for Lexi the way I always do. A new girl that I can't stand. If you keep telling yourself that, it won't ever get better, Grandma said. She's a tough woman. The only time I've got friends is when I'm in Lexi's group. Nobody wants to be friends with the fat kid. I don't know what to do. Grandma said a prayer with me that night. We knelt by my bed. Dear God, please give Danielle the strength to stand up to these mean girls in school, or do what you can to teach Alexia a lesson. If you made her fat, that would be all right by me. I elbowed Grandma. Okay, she said. I just ask that you provide Danielle with some comfort and direction during these tough times. We pray for the good weather to hold up and for the farm. Amen. Anna. I didn't say much in school and I never raised my hand. That would have been an easy way for people to notice me, and I didn't want to be noticed. People can be real mean. That's something Mom warned me about, and my mom knows. Trust me. I don't have any close friends, and I wasn't looking for any. Mom was my best friend. Not getting noticed was never a problem for me before. I was always quiet and I behaved, so the teachers left me alone. I kept my head down and looked at the floor a lot. But I'm a good observer. Mrs. Williams, our principal, winks whenever there's some big surprise coming. It's something I noticed a few years ago. If you keep quiet, you have time to look and listen and take things in. At the beginning of the year, the first thing you pay attention to is the classroom. We had a nice room, a big one. There was a whole wall of windows opposite the door. Mr. Terupt's desk was in the corner by those windows. The students' desks were arranged in 5 tables of 4. So right away I knew we had a teacher who was into teamwork and who probably didn't mind a little talking. Otherwise we would have been in old-fashioned rows. The front of the room had the blackboard and the back wall had a whiteboard. The last side of the room had all our cabinets and a sink, plus a drinking fountain. Most of the rooms was carpeted except for the side by the sink and fountain. Our door was next to the fountain. The other thing, the bigger thing you pay attention to in the beginning, is your teacher, especially if he's new like Mr. Terupt. Right away, I could tell that he was a teacher because there were books everywhere in our room. Mom liked that when I told her. Mom's a library assistant in another school. It's a good job. She has the same schedule I do, and it allows her to take some classes at night. She's studying art, something she missed out on when she was younger. She's really good at drawing and painting. Mr. Terupt was young and athletic looking. He didn't have any pictures around his desk, and he didn't wear a wedding ring. Ms. Newberry from across the hall didn't have a wedding ring either. Neither did Mom. Mr. Terupt turned out to be different. He noticed me on the first day. It didn't matter that I wasn't raising my hand because he would say, "Anna, get ready. I'm calling on you next." Or if we were talking about something and there wasn't just one opinion, he would say, "Anna, what do you think?" He wasn't going to let me hide all year. This made me nervous, but it turned out to be a good thing in the end.